Hey, everybody, just a quick note before we get started. There's going to be an abrupt ending about 5-10 minutes before we actually ended the show. This was because I screwed up the audio. Well, I screwed up the recording. I was trying to live stream on Facebook and record at the same time, and I don't think I got either one of them right, so I do apologize. I've made a note of it, and we'll try to make it better in the future. But so as a result, this episode will be ad-free, and so at least you've got that consolation. And anyway, episode 72 should be the quality that you deserve. But anyway, without further ado, let's get on with it. Hey everybody, welcome to Three Fat Truckers. We're your hosts. I'm Bill. Joining me as always are my three fantastic co-hosts. How's it going, everybody?
Having a wonderful day today.
Right on. Go ahead and introduce
Wow,
yourself.
You made that too easy
Yeah,
to go after you. You forgot your name though.
Yeah, well,
Dave.
my name's Dave. Everybody knows Dave.
I
You
screwed
don't have
that
to
up.
worry
My
about
bad.
Dave. So, he uses
And I'm
it.
Malia.
And cut.
And I'm Malia going after Dave.
Going after Dave.
And I'm Steve. Welcome. Enjoy the show.
Yeah. Rare live stream here on Facebook. I want to welcome all of our guests. All one of them. I mean, it's a big ask. 8
Hey, we
o'clock
got
in the morning.
Jason already. Come on, that's
Yeah. It's a lot to ask. So
at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning. When we should
Luckily,
all be
you're
still in
recording
bed.
this, and anybody can see it at their leisure.
yeah.
You didn't even throw us in there as a little bit of notes and messages and the good Lord year and all that happy stuff, Bill.
Yep. Episode 71 recorded. Excuse me, folks. My head ain't here. Recorded on October 5th,
Tell her to give
2024.
it back to you.
Show notes will be linked in the description. You got anything good today?
Yeah, bring your reading glasses to the show notes this week. We got lots of stuff to give you guys. So,
Oh, good. What's first?
well, let's start off with how's everybody's week been? I know me and Bill has been under the bug a little bit this week, not been the top of our game. How are you doing, Malia?
Are you
have-
usually at the top of your game? Like, is that?
You ask a lot sometimes.
At the top of my game. I don't know about
lie to
everybody else.
everybody on live, you know?
Malia, when you reach a certain age, you'll find this out.
A certain
eventually.
age.
Well, Dave is what?
Yeah, you
10
get out of
years
bed,
older
that's the
than
top of my
both
game.
us. Yep.
That
If
don't
he
go
can
any
get out-
higher than that.
Or when he rolls out, his feet hit the floor first. That's
Yeah,
a good day.
that's a good day.
Yeah.
Find the
Yeah.
toilet and actually hit the bowl instead of the wall. That's a good day.
Or
I'm sure
Or
your
make
cleaning
it to the
lady
toilet.
appreciates that. She's like, Dave had a good morning. I'm not cleaning up after him. I mean, come on. You are talking to a cleaning lady, you know?
Yeah, I know it.
It's like,
So,
yeah.
how about you, Steve? How was your week?
Busy as usual. Did Thursday we did a pumpkin patch, a little excursion, and it was sort of fun. Lots of neat stuff out there, and
Did you get to do a corn maze?
there was one. What I think's funny is when you see on, and I know everybody's seen this, but on Facebook it'll say Joe Biden's corn maze or Democrat corn maze, and there'll be one stalk.
Mhm.
No, I haven't seen that yet, but okay.
But
I do like it.
no,
How would you
pretty
get?
good time. They had the place we went to had, corn maze, hay rides, pumpkin painting, a play area for little kids and stuff. There was
All that.
school buses there with loads of kids, and I'm thinking,
I
man,
bet they even had pumpkin spice. Something.
Apple cinnamon donuts. That's what I like.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Fresh ones are.
Don't be talking apple cinnamon donuts for
Oh,
three
they're
fat
so
guys this
good.
early in the morning. What is wrong with you, woman?
I haven't
What
eaten
is
yet
up
either.
your does-
Oh,
Did you
no.
take your wagon? That'd be my question. Is that when you sent
No,
me that
I-
picture
I
of the
didn't.
wagon?
Oh
Went
no!
down.
I found a
You're going
video of
on
these
a
kids.
hayride.
These kids, two little kids are in this wagon, and they're coming down a hill just like giving her hell.
Like we did
And
in the
wipe out
80s.
at the bottom. Yeah. And it was the same damn wagon that I bought. You guys just giving me shit about.
Yeah.
I said to Malia, I said, check out my effing wagon.
Sure, you probably got pulled around that corn maze with that. You know?
Wagon.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't bring it. Didn't bring it.
No.
That's how he got out. Because that
That's
way
what I
he couldn't find it.
mean.
Yeah, so, hey,
Well, I was
take
going to
me
bring
out.
it with me today, and there wasn't no room for it. So,
I was going to say, you're on your bike.
yeah, we were loaded down.
So I
Yeah,
like watching Bill.
I'm just down the road from Bill's house, pretty much.
I like
Yeah.
Bill when he's working
Are you
hard
stalking
because
him?
he's constantly
Oh.
heads moving. And
Well, it's because my stuff here is complaining. I'm hoping we're getting
Complaining.
decent quality.
looks pretty good
Encoding
through my eyes.
overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using faster encoding preset.
Okay. Turn it up.
What's that
Hey.
mean to you, Dave?
Yeah, do
Scotty,
that,
we
Bill.
need more power.
I can't
Scotty.
turn-
Yeah, Bill.
You can't change anything when you're in the middle of a recording.
That's right.
So, and I'm not going to start
Okay.
over.
Now do it with your shirt off, Bill.
So in the comments right now,
No, that means he's going to the bathroom. It's like, put it back on.
in the
Turn
comments,
camera on.
Jason's saying, got to pay my respects to a friend's family. Cancer has taken another one of us. God bless you and your family, everyone on here. Thank you. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, I was
Thank
just
you.
reading that when you said that. I got him
Yeah.
up here on the screen. So,
I'm going to have to
Yeah.
move it from this screen up here, down here somewhere, because,
yeah, you do look kind of funny. Like, what are
I
you looking
can't-
at up there? You
yeah,
know?
that was a bad idea. Let me
Too
move
many
it.
monitors.
Like somebody standing there talking to you, huh?
Uh-huh.
He's looking up out.
Yeah, let me put this over
You know, when you
here.
open your mouth just wide enough when you look up at that, it looks like you can about shove that on air right in there.
Mm. I'm just about hungry enough,
Open
I'll tell you
wide.
what.
Open wide.
Then it's just
No.
going to say air.
Then it's just gonna say air.
Let me put this up here because I won't look at this very much. There we go. Now I can do what's important.
No, Bill. I know what's put up there. That the screen that keeps telling you to fix shit.
Well, that's the one with the
Out of
pictures
sight,
of you
out of
guys
mind,
on
you
it.
know?
So if I put that up there, then I can't see you, and then I feel like I'm talking to the voices
Well,
in my
we
head again.
we probably ought to take a moment here to even in our show notes to talk about several of our friends down in South Carolina and Georgia and stuff. Definitely a lot worse than what everybody's thinking. I mean, they're definitely going through some tough times down there. So if everybody
Yeah.
gets a chance, step it up and help out any way you can, if it's even through the Red Cross, through any private donations, because the government's not doing the job. But
Can I
As
ask you
usual.
guys something on that whole thing? I'm
Yeah.
here. Sorry if you're hearing my dogs too. They're going nuts because I think they can hear you guys or something today. But
yeah, encourage it, Bill.
but have you guys heard about trucks being damaged trying to take supplies down? Like I keep seeing videos of truckers
okay,
saying
that
tires
was-
are being slashed and things.
Yeah,
like
that happened actually before the storm. That's been going on down there. Yes, I got notified with that last weekend.
Yeah.
So somebody
I
was
keep
down.
seeing
Did see a
videos.
thing where they had on, they said for I-4, I think it was for 40, they're saying it's going to be shut down till September of 25, and they
Right.
said
Wow.
26, Route 26, or State Road, Interstate 26 was going to be shut down until October of 25. I mean,
Well, I
It's gonna be
read
long.
something today about March too. They're talking
Yeah.
February, March of getting part of them open. I was reading, but we got a little bit in the show notes about that,
Mhm.
about truck drivers, and we'll have Malia go through that in a little bit here. But yeah, it's a lot worse than everybody thinks. It basically washed the dirt out of all the highways, and they just collapsed, took all the bridges out through a very heavily traveled way.
well, I seen
Yeah.
a video. There was a house just turned into a houseboat going down the river.
Yeah. Seen lots of those. People are starting to get a little bit of internet or been able to post the stuff that they've seen. And unfortunately.
And we're not sending, and the government's not sending any rural help right now, are they? I keep hearing they're
Well,
not, but
I'm hearing they're getting in the way more than anything
That's
else.
what I'm hearing.
They're putting stupid rules in place.
Right, Dave? They are to Ukraine.
Yeah,
How
Ukraine's
many
getting
billion? But
Israel.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we are sending a lot of money around to a lot of people, but
well, they said
and they
FEMA's
spent
out
all
money. They're going to be out of money.
Yeah,
the
they spent most of it on the illegals.
problem with what they're doing now is the rules and regulations. They're giving $750 to per household, not per person, and it's not enough money. You cannot take everything and wipe it all
Well, you
out.
can't
and take
eat
10.
money either. You can't
No.
eat money. You can't wear
No.
money.
No.
They
You
need
can't-
water. They need food. They need supplies.
Yeah.
They need.
We had some people from our area ask for donations and stuff, and took a load of like hygiene products, bottled water.
Yes.
And they left Thursday to head down that way. And there's a church down there that was taking donations and stuff and trying to organize. And
2 days ago, they were trying to arrest helicopters from flying in there because the government says you're not doing it right. You have to go through this, and
screw them.
the
They
cops
had
just
showers. They brought mobile showers down there, and then FEMA came in and said, "Well, nobody can use the showers unless they're wearing flip flops." And yeah,
they're
Oh
making.
my
They got
goodness.
stupid.
So
As if you're not
somebody-
walking around.
it's stupid shit like that.
It's
And-
going to be
people just need
getting
help.
shot. For
They
Yeah,
just
we're letting all the
need
illegals
help.
come across, and we
Yeah.
don't care if they even shower or do anything. Like, what? I don't get the government.
I know.
and what they're
I
doing.
know.
Oh my!
Big Brother wants to control everything. That's the problem.
Yeah. So, but if anybody gets a chance, send out what you can. Do what you can. If you can, even if it's just reach out to somebody on Facebook. If you see them on there, you can send money through Facebook. You can send,
Yeah, but
they need
but remember this though: when this shit happens, all the friggin' scammers start too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
pay attention to who you're giving money to.
Yeah.
Try and give it to reputable organizations, whether it be the Red Cross or Unite. I don't know which ones.
United Way.
United
Yes,
Way.
all of them. Yes.
But if
That's
you get
true.
a call, people wanting to donate and stuff, all the dirt bags come out at this time, and always you hear. I'm serious. You hear so many people
and they're doing the
scammed.
same thing with the gouging on stuff now.
Yes.
I've already seen the posting on that.
And I did see a thing where there's a guy standing with a gas nozzle on the side of a semi gas tanker, gas people's cars.
Yeah.
But
And that's what they're doing.
just
They got
be
nothing.
cautious. Don't believe everything you hear. If you're not sure, research a little bit, check them out, because
Or ask the 3 fat truckers.
there's
They have an answer.
there's going to be people that get scammed. There's no way around
Yeah.
it. That's the way these dirt bags work, and that's the way it will happen. I mean,
And Malia is correct. If you're not sure and you want to send us a message, we'll be more than glad to research it.
Well, I
You
just say that because I keep hearing the
Just
videos.
don't
and
send
you
us
guys
the
are-
money.
no.
Yeah.
Don't send us the
No.
money.
No,
We got enough to do.
we don't have an organization set up to do that
No,
right now. And
absolutely
anything.
not.
But we will help you find whoever you can to do it. So
Well, and maybe we can find before the next show here.
List a
Well,
link.
It ain't going to happen before the next show, but find a list of, like I said, reputable places that if you want to donate and the websites to run to and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that'd be good for
Well,
everybody.
If anybody out there finds something like that, go ahead and post it on
On
our
page.
Facebook group
Mhm.
and
Yep.
share that with everybody, because that would be.
Well, because there's
Steve's right.
There
There
is
is-
people in need for sure.
So since we went into this, Malia, why don't you just go ahead and read the news that we're dealing with on the trucking part of this, that truck drivers are trying to do their job and can't deal with that area now, and we seem to be running into problems. So
We got 23-page show notes. This looks more like Mintcast show
well,
notes.
Bill,
I don't think my glasses will work that
20,
long.
20 of them was me because
Yeah, I see that.
pretty much
One-
something for you to put the post so people can go look at it if they're interested.
Right.
What it is, because it's a
All right, got
it's
my
about
geezer
time.
glasses on.
Well, okay, I'm going to go ahead and post this in on the website now. So
Yeah.
if I get quiet for a little bit, you'll know why.
thank God.
You mean like always?
I'm going to go ahead and put this. I'm going to put it in the show notes for if whoever's in the live stream, and then I'll go ahead and link it in the live stream so that
no
everybody
problem.
can go take a look.
Did you notice, Bill, that my bricks are starting to glow?
Yeah, I noticed
Yeah,
this.
you put that over a window, didn't you?
I have no idea what. Okay, you're talking about those bricks. I'm like,
Yeah, what's behind
what
him?
are you?
He's turning white.
Yeah.
So
I never know with you guys what you're talking about. Sometimes
I,
could be anything. You
Uh,
guys ready for me to read this?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
All right.
knock it
North
out.
Carolina DOT tells truckers to keep off secondary roads. This is published October 3rd, 2024 by Ashley.
Boy, we are on top of it, Dave.
The
October
North Carolina
3rd.
Department of
Sick
The
of
North
hearing me
Carolina
complain
Dep-
about it.
It's usually
Yeah,
2-3
you do
weeks
get on us
old
a
or a
lot.
month.
This one's pretty close to what's today's date? The 5th. Yeah. it's not
Fifth,
too
yeah.
far off.
That's what I.
So
That's
the
why I
North
say
Carolina Department of Transportation is asking the trucking community to plan routes carefully after Hurricane Helene damaged
Yes.
and closed many of states' roadways. On October 3rd, the NCDOT issued a travel alert to truck drivers due to the multiple reports of trucks having issues on secondary roads, particularly in the western portion of the state. While I-40 and I-26 remain closed in western North Carolina, some truck drivers are running into trouble as they seek alternate routes around storm-damaged roads. Officials are asking truckers to remain on Interstate US or North
Carolina routes.
Yeah, North Carolina routes, unless as otherwise marked due to dangerous driving conditions. From NCDOT, there are shortages of water, food, gas, power, and communications in western North Carolina. Access is limited to local and hurricane response traffic. You cannot get from North Carolina to Tennessee via I-40 or I-26. There may be closed roads not listed on the drivenorthcarolina.gov, so drivenc.gov, as many areas are not available or able to report at this time. People evacuating the Asheville area can use I-40 East or I-26 East. Truckers have specifically been warned away from using US 441, Newfound Gap Road by the National Park Service. Truck drivers should also avoid US I-29 or 129, excuse me. They should avoid US 129 in Blount County, Tennessee. It's the tail of the dragon because commercial vehicles over 30 feet in length are banned from using the roadway. See the map below for detours and road closure information from the NCDOT. And so there's a neat little map here that I'm going to say Dave or one of you guys uploaded that have
Yeah, it shows you
Wow.
run 81 all the way up to 77 and drop back down.
yeah.
That reminds me of the song "Uneasy Rider" by Charlie Daniels, where he's going by way via what's the county? Oh, he says I can't think of the damn town. I'm blank. But for all these detours, you're going to be detouring 3 states over to come up and around or back.
Yeah,
And
you're
it's
better off just avoiding the whole area.
Well, we
it's
do a lot of
supplies
deliveries in that area, so you're either going to have to go around, you got to go down and come back up because you can get to it from the east, you just can't get to it from the west.
Like me and Dave
and
was
the north.
talking earlier, that Mom went down to South Carolina and she had to go down to Atlanta and cut over to Athens and then cut back up.
Yeah.
So you know how much extra traffic's going to be going through Atlanta?
Oh,
wow.
I don't
85.
like they need any more, but you know. Yeah.
And by this being closed, Malia, you know how we go down to West Virginia four-wheeling? That's the road
Yeah.
you're going to have to take now because they can't go down 75 and come back up. So that's going to be even
77.
crowded. Yeah, 77. and
West Virginia's going to make a
64.
killing on the tolls.
Yeah.
Well, and some of
wonder-
West
I
Virginia
wonder if
roads
those-
aren't the greatest.
Well, I wonder if they'll suspend them. I
They
doubt
may.
it. But I mean,
So,
it might
I
be
doubt
more
it.
than- Well, that much more.
Are they ran
traffic's
by the
gonna be-
government? I'm just
well,
kidding.
the states.
That much
State,
traffic,
I know,
more
just kidding.
traffic's going to be that much more wear and tear on the road, so they're going to want
Yeah.
Yeah.
compensated, I'm sure.
Well, and their roads, some of them aren't that great in West Virginia, especially
So-
when the closer you get to like Hatfield and McCoy. I mean, some of the roads are missing already.
Yeah, and there's
That's
and
true for the side by sides.
yeah. They used to be.
But
But the Blue Ridge Parkway is going to be very busy now. I mean, so everybody just be heads up, just because you're running down. I mean, the closest we can get, we go to a place called Dandridge, Tennessee, which is right there where
Right out
40 shuts off. Yeah, you can go up to the exit, the next truck stop, that old, I think it's 44 truck stop, and that's where it stops. They close the highway right there. So that's 2 exits past the Dandridge exit where the Loves is. They're on 40, but after that, you're on your own. You have to turn around and go up and around or down and up, back up. So,
yeah, that's going to be.
And that's a heavy truck.
Well, and if it's going to be like that for a year,
yeah,
they can fix them.
Wow.
I mean,
well, it looks like it. Looking
the
at
government's
pictures,
going to have to
it
help
looks.
step in and do something.
Yeah, because they literally got to put a cement wall all along that river right there where it's washed it out, refill it, and then rebuild the highway.
Backfill
They're gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's literally gone. So,
Yeah.
Bill, you're going to need to move them screens in front of you. You're going to snap a neck trying to look around.
I got a lot to monitor here, so I'm making sure.
A lot going on, huh?
Ignition. Take off.
Where's your hall monitor vest? Like, where's your vest?
Yeah, we need to give it all monitor vest.
Yeah,
I want
when
a
you're
ticket.
when
I
you're
want a
streaming
ticket. That way it
and
makes
You
me
started
feel-
to say hall, and I was thinking hawk.
Oh no!
Huck you,
It's like
you, Steve.
no, not the
Well,
Hawkachoo
when I heard
girl.
her start to say that,
You know, sometimes just the simplest little phrase can change your life.
all right.
Wow,
I think
simple phrase and being young and drunk, standing on a corner, telling
that
people
helps
about
too.
it. Yeah,
I
right.
think it's time to take a break. When we come back, more of the same. Anyway, what else we got?
we're back.
Yeah.
Hey, did you ever wonder, not wander, wonder? I fixed it this time. I think the
I
autocorrect.
just let you have
No,
it.
you can't fix that. You can't fix that.
Oh, I did.
Did you wander into the forest?
Hey,
Bill's giving me a hard time because I put 23 pages of show notes on here.
Yeah, I don't suppose you're reading them all.
No, I'm not reading any of them.
that's
I'm just
23 more than I put.
We'll get to it.
I need to hire you. I like your little Did you copy and paste it?
He
Or did you
Yeah,
actually do it? Oh, okay.
I am like Dave. I'm a copy and paste fool. But anyways, did you ever wonder? And this is how they got the figures for fines and violations when you get a ticket in a commercial motor vehicle. Mind you, each state has their own rate, and some follow a predetermined schedule,
I'm sure they
but
do.
not all. These here that I have that Bill is posting on the show notes and stuff come from the Federal Motor Carrier Administration, and it's a table that summarizes the categories of violations and monetary penalties. The latest changes to these tables were published in December 28th of 2023. I was just amazed at some of these the violations to what they can charge. And I don't know if this is charging a company or an individual. I think it gives a little bit of both.
Probably.
And some of these you boys need to pay attention to because, well, and me too, anything for knowing falsification of records, Bill.
Why you say Bill? I'm just kidding.
No, because
It's
the
like, Bill,
logbook
what are you
thing
doing?
and the PCN and all the illegal shit that was available. This says here a maximum of $15,445 if such an action
They'll never take me alive.
constitutes a violation other than a reporting or record keeping violation. Also, it goes to say in some of the rest of the stuff that I was reading here that even if you don't work at that facility no more, they have up to 10 years. If they get audited, they can still come
What? Wow. Talk about double dipping
to
in.
pay you or to have you pay. But there's one here: commercial driver's license violations, drug and alcohol clearinghouse violations. I mean, it gives all the violations there. But far as being pulled over by the DOT and getting a ticket for out of service or break, stuff like that, each state is different. There is a general guideline that's put out there for the states to go by, but
we don't really follow it. We just
well,
kind of
depends on the state. California is one of them. California's
Yeah.
one.
They kind of write their own guidelines.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
pretty
sure
much.
they do. They write their own guidelines
It's
on a
the
few
land of
things.
the fruit and nuts, so they do their own thing out there. But I was curious about that a while back. How do they figure out, how much a violation is supposed to be? And I didn't realize, as far as these other guidelines here, that
I just thought they had a hat and had some numbers in it and just was like, this is
well,
what you get today.
I've had numerous
10,000.
menial tickets over the years just for I got pulled in Maryland and inspected, and if they cannot find a violation, they will find something. They're getting you in there to get revenue one way or the other. And I had nothing wrong with anything, and they started nitpicking, got a ladder out and a tape measure. I had a flatbed with pipe on it, and they were measuring the little nicks on the straps. And anything more than 3/4 of an inch or inch wasn't considered a bad strap. Well, they can add each little nick together to make that inch. I did not know that. And I hadn't brand new straps with me. And I had told the guy, I said, I can put a new one on it. And he says, nope, that one's $80. That one's $80. That one's $80. We was up to $300-$400 really quick.
Mm-hmm.
And
well,
he's
it's kind of like,
but their explanation was, oh, don't worry about it. It doesn't go on your license or the company's report. It's just a city violation. I said, so you just want to fuck me out of money, huh?
Well, it still goes on your CSA score.
Yeah,
it goes on your score.
No, it didn't go on anything. It
goes on the trucking part of it. It may not go on yours, but it goes into the trucking companies.
He's tried to explain that it was just a city violation, and you pay the city court, and it doesn't go on anything. So,
because we get warning tickets.
Boulder Dash.
It's funny, the new one everybody's getting stopped by. You see these car haulers that are 53-foot trailers that
and they're hanging off the
truck, off the front. The law says the trailer's 53 foot. When they hang the cars off the front and they measure the trailer, they're popping them for over length and not running.
I've seen them pop them from hanging off the back before.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be 53 foot maximum. If you have a 53 foot and you have it hanging off the front or the back, they will write you a ticket because the law says 53 foot. They want you to buy the permit. So these guys are hauling cars.
It shouldn't matter off the front because
it doesn't matter. The law says 53 foot.
I know. Listen though.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
That's the trailer.
Listen, Linda. What do I say?
The truck can be another. You got a total over length.
There's no total.
If you got a 300-inch wheelbase truck with a 53-foot trailer, you can hang anything you want over the front of that, as long as it's not over top of.
No, you can't. They're writing tickets now because of that.
They shouldn't be able to.
Because the law says 53 foot. It has to be 53 foot. And if you hang it off the front, you have to get a permit.
Who's going to Google first? Well,
we can
Google.
I don't.
You go right ahead.
But I don't think that's the right way. It shouldn't. It's how it's interpreted.
It's not. Yeah, there's YouTube clips on this. Guys getting busted. And it's like, well, wait a minute.
Must be true then.
Must be true. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. We're on YouTube, so
it does come up on all my stuff, and they're talking, and it's picky DOTs. Normally, it shouldn't matter.
Actually, Dave,
it sounded kind of funny.
You'll be proud of me, Dave. I was listening to Road Dog Radio on my Harley on the way up here, and there was 2 DOT officers from Indiana on there, and everybody was calling in and asking them questions.
Yep.
And I think one of them's last name was Ward, and I don't remember the other one. And a guy calls in about they're asking about PCing and running out of time, and if they're at a shipper that does not allow you to stay, if it's okay to PC from there to and the cop's like, well, it depends if you get somebody that's nitpicky and is looking to write a ticket.
It is. That's what they've all told us.
He's real honest about everything, It's sort of nice.
Don't you love how a lot of these laws that we're held accountable for so stringently are like up to interpretation for the people that mean to write us up for it?
Oh, you mean like you can't come into the country and ask for asylum unless you go to a port of entry, but yet we just let them across the line?
Oh, let's open that bag of baby cats. Yeah.
So it all determines on how you want to look at the law.
Why are we calling them baby cats?
I don't know. It
Is
popped in my head.
That's like herding
They're
cats,
loading them
Bill.
up.
Right on.
Poor Springfield.
So I guess what I'm doing this week, Steve? I'm doing
What's
Bill's non-job. I'm going east.
Non-job.
Yeah,
What do you mean non-job?
because Bill didn't want to do it.
Like
Oh,
knob job.
Bill is.
Listen to Malia, knob job.
It just sounded like.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
No, I'm doing.
You're the
Your
giver, not the receiver, Bill, is what she's saying.
Oh no. I'm neither one of those things actually.
Your mom's taking my run this week, and I'm going to run out east. So
They tried to get me to go to Hartford, Connecticut, and I've been working local these last weeks, working on my health, trying to improve some things. And
Well, if you go there, I'll tell you a good place to eat along the way.
I bet you will.
I'm the one going.
Oh, you're going to Hartford?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him to do it instead
I'll
because
hook you up out there in Montgomery, New York on the way.
Montgomery, New York.
Yep, right there crossing down the road from the TA. They're at exit 5. I think it's Millbrook or Millbrook.
And
you're talking about on the throughway.
Three-way?
Yeah, on 90 out there.
Yeah.
I think it's 87 there. I have to look.
No,
But,
the throughway's 90, 87 cuts to.
So it's 90 then.
Yeah.
Well, it's exit 5 for Millbrook, so whatever that one's on. But you get off for that exit to go down to the TA, and the truck stop is not on there. You got to get off a road, take a road, and run a road
Oh,
down.
I don't like that.
oh, that's usually.
I like my stops being right off my exit. If
Well,
it's not,
out
I don't
east
like
is
getting
wherever
off.
they can build it is the
I
problem.
know.
Yeah.
I
But
can't
right
see
across
it. I
the
don't wanna
road,
stop.
before you get down there's a little chrome shop and stuff, and then there's a little deli, and there's this little Italian lady in there, and she makes food for truckers. It's already in the Tupperware with the plastic lid on it.
Oh,
Can I get a
nice.
pastrami sandwich?
You can get anything.
Oh,
But
Good
nice.
pastrami
She-
sandwich.
No, she makes like chicken
Pastrami.
chicken marsala. She
Ooh.
makes stuff in wine sauce and the noodles and it's just
The wine
to die
sauce don't
for.
do too
And they
good
got,
for when
and
I'm
she's got
driving.
homemade desserts and stuff, and it's just like a little delicatessen
Yeah.
right there. So yeah,
That's
And
the
there's
same
lots
exit
of
as
guys
the
that sell.
Flying J and all that too, isn't it?
no, that's on down the next. There's
Okay.
a pilot on down and stuff. The next exit, the TA is all by itself there.
We haven't ran up there in about a year, so
Yeah,
that'll
it's
be
been a while.
It's pretty much close to where Orange County Choppers through that area is where
I know.
it used to be.
Well, it's
So-
still there. They just don't
Yeah.
talk about them as much.
Yeah.
So, how
Well-
we doing on time?
Oh, we still got about 10 minutes.
Since we've shortened our shows, I'm all confused.
We've not shortened
on-
it a lot. Just,
Yeah.
Some of them run a little over the time too.
Yeah, I've been trying
that
to keep
part.
it about 40, 45 minutes. Just to,
But I started to tell you, I listened to Road Dog. I was hoping to hear Dave on there or somebody say, "Oh, but the three fat truckers approved this" or something.
Yes. Yeah.
But I didn't hear nothing. I was
Well,
listening.
I usually I'm on KC's show in the afternoon. He's from noon to 5, I think, or noon.
Well,
to
this was
4.
like 5:30, 6 o'clock, something like
see,
that.
Dave's not been in his own truck lately, so
Yeah,
his
so I,
his output has been somewhat diminished as a
I've
result.
been neutered this week.
Oh, it's like
He draws energy from his truck,
Yep.
so the TikToks have been not so much.
I get that though with your own.
No, I do too.
No.
It's like I couldn't do someone else's.
Took me out of my routine.
Yeah.
Different truck, no
I feel like you're
equipment.
touching their crap, and it's like no,
Well, it's a spare truck.
touching their crap.
You have to drag all your stuff along, get your sleeping bag, your bed.
It's
your
stressful
headset.
because you're
Sanitize it because Bill,
Yep.
did his duty
The-
in there with
The
his clothes
worst
off.
thing is switching trucks in the wintertime because you don't know if you're out some state where it's shitty, icy, snowy. You don't know how that truck handles.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know
I
what you
wouldn't
can
like
do
any
with
of
it. Where you know when you're used to your own truck, you know how it handles. You know what you
Sure,
can
you do. You know you
Mhm.
can beat the heck
And when
out
you
of it
get in
'cause it ain't
somebody
yours.
else's or something that's not familiar to you, it's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
That, and you forget your gloves, you forget your tie down bar, you forget your hard hat. you
I
forget
don't
your
even
vest.
have a truck like you guys. I just have a Dodge 1500. And anytime my son and I switch trucks or I have to drive a same thing, and it's just silly things like my tools, or I have so many things in my truck.
Your,
You
your
don't realize
phone
how many
charger.
times you
Do you know
grab
what you
it.
need, Malia? You need another Dodge 1500. I got one on
I
site.
do.
Trying to
Get rid of
offload
yours,
that, are you?
I already have two. I have mine and my
No,
son.
I found a dually I want.
Oh. I do like your truck. It's nice.
It's a nice truck.
It's a nice truck, yeah. But,
Yeah, you hit the gas in that thing and it actually goes somewhere. That's
mhm.
Yeah,
So
the
I
gas
like the
gauge
Dodges.
goes,
No,
That
I
is
get-
true.
I can get 20 out of it.
That's
Even
what I
with
get
the
on
big tires-
mine.
Even
My
with the
low-
big tires on.
My little truck, I get 20 with it.
I
but
still think, Dave, you need to hold on to that Jeep for one more year, and then it'll be worth twice what it's worth right now because they're not going to make them no more.
probably when Chrysler goes out of business, because that was
Then you
Oh,
can
yeah.
split it with us. Then you can
Have
split
you-
it with
have you
us since we
seen-
made you hold on to it and be like, all right,
Yeah.
split the difference 4 ways.
Finder's fee.
who brought
Have you
you here,
seen all
sucker?
them videos online though about all these Ford closing, Chrysler closing,
Yeah.
Jeep closing, laying people off? You know, and
Well-
the price of trucks, and it's oversaturated, and they should be getting deals, and
GM's
What's
getting
this-
ready to go on strike here in town.
Stellantis or whatever that owns it doesn't care. They're just letting it run in the ground or something.
GM's going on strike here in local Fort Wayne because they're laying off all the temporaries and not hiring them full time, and unions pissed off about it.
Really?
Senior
And-
staff doing second, third shift.
Well, they're getting rid of third shift completely come November, I think, or maybe
Yeah.
January. They're just back to two. Who's going to buy $100,000 trucks? It's too much.
Mm.
The problem is people are buying them, or else they
Not
wouldn't.
enough. Well, they quit buying them. All the people that could did. Now we're
No.
down to where everybody else.
I've been looking.
Now we're down to
at
normal people.
I was looking at
Normal
used
people.
trucks, and used
But we
trucks
don't
are
want them.
still. They'll have a used truck that's got 160,000 miles on it, and they still want $55,000.
I know.
They
It's
do.
crazy.
I wouldn't have switched out my truck if it wasn't for my engine went out my Chevy, but which was a faulty part that put oil in my engine. So I switched my truck out in February, and I wouldn't have. I paid
Well,
way more for that Dodge than I did my Chevy.
I looked at
It's like my
brand new
interest rate
Dodge,
doubled.
A 2024 brand new dually 4-door Dodge, and it started at 99,000,
Oh my!
and now they're
Lord.
trying to move them because they're not selling. So with the incentives and all the stuff, it was down to 79,000.
Yeah.
Still
but
80.
You need to take a trip down there just outside of Freeport when you go into Texas. That Dodge dealer right there in Texas is moving them because he's got a bunch of them in there, and he's got them down to 50 and 60,000 to do.
Well, down in Texas,
they're not loaded.
I found a bunch down there that I liked because they're already.
Yep, there it is. As I said, that abrupt ending. Anyway, we'll see you next week, folks. Love ya.